Okay, I wanted to show you how I did set up for removing your bushing of your connecting rod on your iron Head Sportster. Way you can do it without buying any specialty tools. It's basically a socket, a couple of sockets here. You get a socket that pretty much has the same diameter as the bushing. Get a socket and look in there and just barely. It's got to be just a thousandth of an inch smaller than the bushing. So what we do here is, and you get another socket to where the bushing will go inside of the socket, like so, where it will fit right on in there. And what it is there's your bushing and your connecting rod. You want this socket to push out into this socket like so, and it creates a press like. So you basically, you probably take yourself some washers here. So what? Just stick your washer in there. Stick your bolt in. Stick it through your bushing, and you stick it on through here. And remember, you got your connecting rod right here, and you add yourself another washer and one nut, and you put that on there. Get you a ratchet wrench or a socket. In this case, since it's not a fully hexated, this is a carriage bolt, but it'd be nice if you went ahead and got a regular bolt and make sure it's all threaded, all the way threaded. But in this case, I didn't have one long enough with all the threads, so I grabbed this carrier bolt and you stick a wrench on here just to hold it in place and ratchet it on there to. Give me that back. Back on it. Oh, there we go. And once you start to ratchet on it and squeeze on it, it pushes that bushing right into that socket. And then you release it and take it right on out. And then the reverse way of installing the bushing, which is a pretty common, easy way of doing it, but you have to be very careful. Put lube on there. Make sure you lube it. Is just use a C-clamp. Just take your bushing and stick it on inside your connecting rod, and just make sure your oil slot is lined up with your connecting rod, and just turn it and just press it right on in the connecting rod. And then after that, we'll go to our reaming, to where we can get the wrist pin to go in here. Now they don't come factory that way, so we'll have to, once this is in, then we'll have to ream it, and then we'll get into this right here. All right, let's hook up my little nifty gadget here that made up, and we'll extract this. Show you a cheap way without buying any special tools. We'll extract a bushing out, the wrist pin bushing, and like I showed you here, we'll install this onto here, place here, put another washer on it like so. Just a couple sockets here, just various sizes what you got laying around. Long bolt, long carrier bolt, and just install it. Make sure that's even on this end here, as you can see. And I have to put a wrench right here since I don't have a head on this carrier bolt. That way I'll keep the carrier bolt from turning. Of course, it'd be better if I had a full threaded bolt, so I wouldn't have to hold this in to keep it from spinning. I get the doggone wrench in there. Come on, give me some more room here. Let's see, that might have done it. Now we'll tighten that puppy up. Alright. Make sure that one is centered right inside of there. Circumference. You can see it wants to turn. And we'll just lay the ratchet on here and start pressing it out. Little things around the shop you can use to press these things out. And you just keep on turning and get it on out of there. And going in there a little bit on the crooked side. Let me see. Tap it a little bit. Need to get it to go straight. Oh, you be quiet over there. A little loudmouth. Yeah, it's going in there a little crooked. Let's take it back it off there. Actually, I'm bending the bolt. It's coming out, but I think I bent my bolt. Oh, what a mess. That's why it was going crooked. Let me do it this way. Try it again. I've got a ratchet wrench here. Try a ratchet wrench. Get that on there. There we go. Pushes it right out. I can't believe I bent the bolt. But it's getting the job done. It's a, what, 35-cent bolt. I don't know. Yeah, I hear you. My goodness. Gonna have a hissy there, ain't you? Alright, she stopped turning. So I guess I bottomed the bushing out. So we'll just remove all this. Let me see what we got. Yeah. It bottomed the bushing out on the socket. Let's see where I can get with this. I'll take all this out of here. Oh my goodness, when did you start up again, huh? So, well, maybe I can just tap that puppy. Yeah, I didn't bring a hammer out here with me. But let me see, just smack the socket. There we go, tap right out of there. Alright. Okay, here are the old bushing. And it's slightly wallered out. And we have our new bushing right here. So, we get a dirty rag, I guess. And clean the inside of this out a little bit. And you can see how the bushing is made with the top and the top of the connecting rod. It'll have to be evened up in there like so, so that the oil flow will go to the wrist pin. Let me gently, I should have got a hammer, but we're going to press this in, see how that goes. Can't get it in there just right, it'll mess it up. Let's try the reverse side. I'm going to put a light slight beveled in on there, but I'm going to run it in through this way. And the secret to that would be a C-clamp, or using this device here to press it in there with the socket. But I should do that. I should go ahead and press it in there that way. So the clamp is going to be kind of messed up. And connecting rod holder would be an awesome thing to have too, to finagle with this. And my bolt's bent, so I don't want to use that. So what I have here is a C-clamp. And Make my C-clamp a little bigger. Oh, you want to help too, huh? Alright. We should make it smaller. What am I thinking? But we'll get that on there. And hopefully it'll press in without not doing any damage. Then after I get these in, I'll have to ream them out, because the diameter size on them are ream. Right, make sure my oil lines are straight. And here we go. Let's see. Let me press that in here good this way. There we go. We'll do it this way. There you can see it's right on in there. I better put a little lube in there. I got the thinner stuff. This is cutting lube. We got a little bit more down here. Well, some of this WD-40 maybe that'll. Yeah, probably do it there. Alrighty, let's continue on here. And it's going right on in there. Yeah, anything you got around here, you don't need to buy those specialty tools and presses and stuff, and you can create something off the workbench. We'll have to seat it in a little bit better with the bolt and the socket to get it moved over, because one side will be flush and it won't be flush on this side. So I'll have to get that pressed in about 30/2 of an inch or 1/16 or wherever the case might be. And it's going in there pretty nicely. Let me see if I can get it bottomed out. Okay, we're bottomed out there. Let's release it. Take it off of there. Yeah, I might not have to. It's already nice and even. And my oil flow through there is going to work out just fine. So the next step we'll need to do is need to take my reamer that I purchased, and I have to ream these out to fit the wrist pin. And that'll be our next step.